Today we are making Cantonese crispy pork belly Siu Yuk. No special tools, no crazy technique, just patience and oven. Give it 2 to 5 days in the fridge and you get crispy skin and juicy meat. It sounds complicated, but it's easier than you think. Let's start with the pork. I am using about 600 grams of pork belly with the skin on. This size works well in a standard home oven and it gives you a good amount of crispy skin. First we will dry the skin really well. Use some paper towels and press all over. Any moisture on the skin will fight against crispiness later, so take your time here. Now we need to clean the skin. Every piece is different. Some are clean, some have a few little hairs. Just scrape the surface with a sharp knife. If your piece is really hairy, you can even use a razor, because hairy pork belly is not sexy at all. Next we are going to poke holes all over the skin. I am using a sharp knife. As I said, you don't need any special tools. You want lots of small holes but not too deep, just into the skin and a little into the fat. You don't have to be perfect here, just work your way across the whole surface. If you are not sure you have done enough, the answer is do a bit more. All these tiny holes help the fat bubble up and make that glassy crispy texture later. Flip it over so the meat side is up. We are going to score or cut through the meat, but we don't want to cut the skin. Just go down to the fat under the skin and stop before you break through. This helps seasoning get deeper into the meat, and it also helps the fat render out while it cooks. Let's make a simple marinade for the meat side. Don't worry about writing this down, all the ingredients and measurement are in the description. Use whatever you like here, but I am using Shaoxing wine, salt, sugar, Chinese 5-spice powder, granulated garlic, onion powder and some pepper. If you want to make your own Chinese 5-spice powder, I have got a simple recipe on the channel. I will mix this into a paste and then rub it only on the meat side. Be careful not to get any marinade on the skin. If the skin gets wet or oily, it won't dry out properly in the fridge. Take a time to work the marinade into all those cuts we made. You don't need to rush. This is one of those calm, slow kitchen jobs. This next part is the easiest and it does most of the work. Place the pork belly on the rack over a tray, skin side up. This will help the meat dry evenly on all sides at the same time. Then sprinkle salt evenly over the skin in a thin layer and gently rub it in. Slide it into the fridge for at least overnight. 2 to 5 days is even better. That's the secret. You don't have to do anything fancy. The fridge slowly dries the skin and firms up the meat. Now it's roasting day. You can see the skin looks drier and a little tighter than before. That's exactly what we want. Now we will build a simple foil bowl. Fold the foil in half. Put the pork belly in the center, skin side up, and fold the sides up around the meat. The skin stays completely exposed on top. The boat protects the meat from direct heat and prevents juices from leaking out while the skin sits open ready to blister. We are going to start with a gentle bake to cook the meat through. I have preheated the oven to 180 Celsius or about 350 Fahrenheit. This first bake is not about the skin yet. We are just cooking the pork and rendering some of the fat. Depending on the size of your piece, this will take about 60 minutes. Before it goes in, dry the skin one last time, then add a few more holes. At this point the skin is drier and tougher, so you can usually get in there more easily. Now I will move the pork onto a rack over a tray if you have one. While that's in the oven, we can make a simple Chinese brown sauce to go with the pork. This is optional, but it makes it feel like restaurant style Siu Yuk. For the sauce I am using oyster sauce, water, soy sauce, sugar and Shaoxing wine. To thicken the sauce I am using a small amount of starch mixed with water. Bring it to a simmer, then let it bubble for a few minutes. Then slowly add the starch. Stir it from time to time so it doesn't catch on the bottom. I am looking for a nice bubble and a sauce that coats the back of a spoon. If it gets too thick, no problem. Add a splash of water and stir it in. When the sauce is ready, turn off the heat and set it aside. It will thicken a bit more as it cools. Now let's check on the pork after about 30 minutes. If I see spots that haven't opened up, I will poke a few more holes right on the tray. Then it goes straight back into the oven. Now the part everyone waits for. Once the meat is cooked through, we turn the heat up around 220 to 240 Celsius, about 430 to 460 Fahrenheit. When the whole top is covered in these hard glassy bubbles, it's ready. We take the pork belly out of the foil and onto a board and let it rest for about 10 minutes. Sometimes there's a thin layer of protein on the meat side. Scrape it off with paper towel. Underneath you can feel how stiff and crispy the skin is now. Now the best part. Listen to this. You can see the layers: crisp skin, a thin layer of fat, and then juicy meat underneath. Cut it into strips, then bite-sized pieces. I like to serve this over hot rice. Place a few pieces of pork belly on top and add a generous portion of brown sauce. The sauce is salty, sweet, and sticky. It's perfect with the fat from the pork. You don't need anything complicated here. This is the kind of meal you make on a weekend and then you keep snacking on the leftovers. If you try this, come back and tell me how the skin turned out for you. Did you get those big bubbles or smaller crackling? One more crunch for you. The skin is like a thin cracker, the meat is still tender and the sauce brings it all together. If you want crispy pork belly at home with a normal oven, no special tools, this method will get you there. If you like simple home cooking that actually fits real life, you can subscribe for more recipes like this one. Thank you for watching and enjoy your pork belly.